All right, how's it going, everybody? This is Jose Trujillo. I am the world's greatest living artist. I was just working on this painting earlier for, I was doing an Instagram live, and now you guys are gonna see me do a different painting. I really like this little crow type of painting, but we're gonna start out with a blank canvas now, and it's time to move to something else. All right, here we go. Let's do this. So I'm going to paint some flowers in a little vase. Let's make it happen, all right? Here we go. Very simple. I was telling my friends on Instagram that I was thinking about just life in general. You know, why is it that some people have success in some areas or in many areas in life, and why is it that other people don't have success in those areas, whatever it is, whether it be learning how to paint, a good physical, a good physique, right, good health, young, when people are young especially, right, when you're older, well, it's much harder, but when people are younger, it's more attainable. Income, why some people earn much more income than others, and on and on and on. And I'm not talking about the polar opposites. I'm just talking about how is it that some people have great success in some areas or in many areas in life, and other people struggle so much. And I was just thinking about the areas where I struggle, where I seem to struggle. Hey, very cool. Thank you so much, Spence. And so I've been thinking about why is it that that happens? You know, some people just really have really great success in some areas while other people don't. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, well, what makes something successful, right? And I'm not talking about happiness here. I'm talking about something beyond happiness, because happiness is pretty fleeting. When you agree, happiness is something that comes and goes. Some people are happy one moment and unhappy another moment, and it just kind of seems to leave them very, very quick. Some people maintain it a little longer, but for the most part, it's something that comes and goes. It's sort of like, and here it comes, okay? It's sort of like attention. You have attention on something, and then you don't have attention on something. You have attention on something else, and it made me really start thinking about that, the word attention. And I went to the dictionary and I started looking at it, and it made so much sense to me. Now, some people may not agree with me, and that's okay. I'm not looking for people to agree with me on this topic. I'm just kind of sharing what I've come to realize in this stage in my life. I believe that people that are doing great in an area in their life, it's because they have deposited lots of attention in that area. And now I know it sounds obvious, but bear with me. I went to look at what attention meant. I had to go to the dictionary and find out for myself. What is this word? I like to think about words. I like to look at words. Where do they come from? Why do we use them? Why is it that they linger in our societies? Certain words. So I found out that the word attention was being used in the I think it was the 14th century, I believe. This is when it first was recorded. Anyways, maybe it was used before, but it was first recorded in the 14th century. And what I found out about the word attention really blew me away. It literally, it comes, right, of course, from the Latin attendere, but it literally means to stretch to. And I thought it was interesting, because almost everybody out there that talks about any form of success, whether it be success with your physique, a good strong body or healthy or success, monetary success, or any type of success that people have. They always attribute, these people that talk about success always attribute the word success to something, to another word. And that word is being uncomfortable, right? Uncomfortable. And it made me think, if uncomfortable is the word they're using to describe, it makes so much sense that attention literally means to stretch. Now, I don't know about you, but life seems to be uncomfortable every time I stretch somewhere. Every time I stretch my time, every time I stretch my attention towards something, every time I physically stretch, whether it be go for a walk, go for a jog, when I do them, right? I do them very rarely. Or lift some weights. I remember when I was in high school, every time I lift some weights, it was always about stretching, right? You're stretching your muscles, literally stretching yourself. Every time someone grows, they have a stretch. And it's uncomfortable, whether it's spiritual, physical, emotional growth. It's literally a stretch in their paradigm. And so thinking about this word just really made me think. Now, I'm going back to the word that I started with. Attention, from the Latin attendere, which literally means to stretch to. And I started thinking about it more. And I started thinking about it, and it got me to this idea of you can't really propel something unless you stretch it. You can't really move it anywhere unless you stretch it. In order to take a step, you have to stretch, right? Something has to stretch. Your legs, the space, something needs to stretch. In order to shoot back in the day, a bow and arrow, the bow needed to stretch. The string of the bow has to stretch, and it has to stretch very tight to an uncomfortable level. Otherwise, it cannot propel it. And I started thinking more about it, and it got me to realize people that have a good outcome in any area of their life, they're literally stretching that area of their life. They're literally stretching it. And what does it mean? They're placing their attention in that area of their life. Another thing that I found interesting was that the word attention cannot be without the word tension in it. And I went again and I looked at what the word tension meant. And of course, it brought me back to the word stretch. And thinking about this, I started thinking about this because I started thinking about what is it that I want, my New Year's resolution. What is it that I'm looking for? What is it that I'm looking for as an artist? What do I want out of this experience as an artist? Why is it that sometimes things work for me and sometimes they don't? And I realize every time that something doesn't work for me, I've moved my attention away from it. That's it. I just moved my attention from it. And so it really is, for me, anyways, I know this might seem very obvious to probably most of you or all of you, but it really got me to think and look at my life in a different way. If I want anything out of life, whether it be a better relationship with my partner, a better relationship with my son, a better relationship with my spiritual side, whatever it is, it's going to require attention. It's going to require attention. That's all it's really required. I used to be a person who believed that in order to get something, all you need to do is just work harder than everyone else, and work a little faster, work a little harder. and I'm looking at things a little bit different. Now, of course, that's required. Anytime, you know, it's like a garden. Anytime you're taking care of something, you need to work. But the reason why you work at it is because you're placing your attention in it. So I'll leave you guys with that. I hope this made any sense. Deborah says, "Are you using oil-based that clean up with water?" No, this is oil with oil. I'm using walnut oil in order to. Here, let me show you the walnut oil that I use. This is the walnut oil that I use. So. I clean up everything with walnut oil, and I thin my paint, and I wash my brushes with walnut oil. The whole thing is walnut oil. So I'll leave you guys with that. Take care. Again, my name is Jose Trujillo, and I'll be sharing some more of my process here with you guys. It's a little shaky. There we go. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Oh, by the way, I'm going to leave the link where you can find this painting on my eBay auctions below. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon.